No one said I was a master at this, but it's fun. Hey y'all, Xander here, and welcome to my life. In today's video, we are going to be doing Euphoria Part 2. We did a Jules recreation / inspired look last week, but since Maddy has to be hands down my #1 from the show, we had to do at least one of her looks. If you haven't seen my video from last week, I'll link that down below so you can go and check that out. Yes, you can clock that half of my face is done. That's because I take forever to film. Maybe my camera battery won't die this week, and I'm using liquid liner today. Not my specialty, but Maddy, her makeup to die for. Her confidence is something that I wish I had in high school because girl, you gotta just watch the show to see, because Alexa is an incredible actress. Alexa, if you do want to be friends, I'm completely available. I'm open. Just gotta send me a message and I will be there. But anywho, before I get started, I just wanted to give another huge shout out to Maddy for being such an iconic makeup artist and inspiring all of these looks. Also, your like on my Instagram post is definitely what inspired me to do this look, because I fangirled a little bit when I saw that and I just had to do it again, hopefully a little bit better. So the look that we're recreating today is an orange and purple look that Maddy had in episode 2, kind of with a purple shadow and then a orange winged cat eye. That specific Maddy look was done by a makeup artist named Kirsten Sage Coleman. I really hope I said your name right. She worked alongside Donnie on a lot of the looks and she's extremely talented as well. I'll link both of their Instagram handles below, but enough chit chat, let's dive into the makeup. So to start this look, we are going to dive into our Jawbreaker palette again. Yes, I use this palette, like I said in my previous video, for almost all of the looks that I do. There's just so many awesome colors here. For this look, we're gonna be diving into Gumdrop. So I'm taking my JS10 Morphe brush and dipping it into Gumdrop. I'm gonna pack that all over my lid. And because I have hooded eyes, I bring it right up into my eyebrow, kind of creating that semicircle all the way over. So after initially packing on the purple shade, I'm going in with my blending brush, my JS12, just to soften those outside lines. We're gonna be adding more purple shadow anyways, but we might as well get that blend started. And I'm just blending upwards because we're putting on a lot of liner, so we still want to be able to see all of that purple. So after I've put on a lot of the light purple Gumdrop, we're going to dive into a second shade, but it's still purple. So we're going to dive into Bite Me down here, and that's a sparkly shade. I'm going to take my clean finger here and just swatch a little bit on there. And then I'm just pressing it onto the lid and just covering the whole thing. I want the whole lid to be a little bit more purple and a little bit shinier. So after applying the Bite Me shimmer shade to the top of the lid on a little bit of a bigger packing brush on the JS11, and we're just gonna pick up a bit more of the Gumdrop shade and just make sure we really have that in the crease and up towards the brow. So yes, I didn't mention, but I had already primed my lids when I did the first eye off camera, but I used the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer in shade C0, like I always do to prime my lids. But back to the eyeshadow. So now that we have the purple shades really packed onto the lid, I'm gonna go back in with the Speed Blender, the JS13, and just really soften all of the edges. So after blending out all of the purple shades and making sure that they're really spot on, we're gonna dive in and start with the liner. So the liner I'm gonna be using is the Fenty Beauty Vivid Liquid Eyeliners in shade Papaya Mama. I love these liners. The colors are really nice. The only downside is they burn like crazy. These liners hurt my eyes. Once they're dry, they're fine, but applying is so difficult and they really skip on my skin. I do struggle. I want to keep using them. The colors, like I said, are gorgeous. Rihanna, you can do no wrong, but they're kind of difficult to use. Might just be me. Before we dive into that part, to make it a little bit easier on myself, I did use my Jeffree Star Morphe JS7 brow brush, and I took that and I dipped into shade Suck here. Since we are doing an orange wing, dipping into the orange color and kind of outlining where that liner is gonna go made it so much easier. So we're just gonna take that JS7 and dip it into orange. Draw and press the orange kind of onto the skin. So you've got that little line there out of the corner of the eye, and then just keep outlining what you want that wing to look like. And I'm taking the shade Suck and I'm gonna completely apply it to my waterline because the Fenty liners burn, like I said, and they're impossible to wear on my waterline. Every time I've tried to use them there, my eyes just start to water and it completely ruins all of my other makeup. So we're not gonna do that. So in the original look, the inner part of the eye comes in a little bit further than your natural eye. So kind of about into that little pocket that's right there. So now that we have the orange completely lined out, we're going to grab the liner and start filling it in with that. So like already mentioned, we are using the Fenty Beauty Vivid Liquid Liners in Papaya Mama. The original look has more of a fluorescent orange, I'd say. This is a very subtle orange, but it's the closest we've got. So we're gonna take the liquid liner and I'm gonna start with where the wing is, and we're just gonna follow the line and just fill it in. Take a long time to dry. Comments, concerns? So I'm gonna use this. Back in with the liner. Line can be relatively thick for this specific look because that's how it was done in the show. So now we're also going to bring the liner underneath the eye, not on the waterline, but just a little bit below it because we already put the eyeshadow on the waterline. Dipping back into Papaya Mama. Now that we've applied the Fenty liner to the best of our abilities, but with that applied, conceal. So we're gonna conceal the bags underneath without trying to hit that liner. Should have done it first, but whoops. So again, we're taking our Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer in my shade C6, and we're just gonna apply a tiny bit under the eye to cover up any dark circles. Buff that out with our beauty sponge. So now that we've concealed the under eye, we're gonna go in and do our pimple cover up and just do the overall rest of our face. I'm gonna really speed that part up. I'm not gonna really mention all the products this time. If you wanna know, check out my last Euphoria video. Now that we've done the base, we're gonna go in and finish our brows. I did the one brow again off camera when I did the first eye. So for the second brow, I'm not gonna dive fully into a full tutorial, but the products that I am using to fill in my brow are the Hourglass Cosmetics Arch Brow Micro Sculpting Pencil in Ash and the Milk Makeup Cush Fiber Brow Gel in shade Grind. These two products are my swear by go-to brow products. Currently, I do change it up every so often, but right now, these are the best. So now that we've done our brows, we're gonna go in and finish the rest of our face. We're gonna do highlight, mascara, and kind of touch up the eyeshadow. And for highlight, we're gonna be using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Skin Frost in King Tut Favorite. To finish it off, our Jeffree Star Morphe Setting Spray in Starberry. I showed this really quick at the end of my last video, but my camera had died. So I'm gonna talk about it now. This setting spray is so good. I've used a few in the past and they kind of come out like, I don't know, like lots of water droplets and my face just feels really wet afterwards. I don't like that. I like how the Morphe one and this one are more of a mist that comes out and it's very fine onto your face. It doesn't make me feel super wet or super heavy. Smell is to die for. This smells so heavenly. Literally just wake up and spray it on my face. Haven't even done anything and it's so good. So good. So there you have it. That is my recreation of Maddy's orange and purple look from episode 2 of Euphoria. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. I make new videos every single week. But have a great day, night, whatever it is where you are, have a great one and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.